We all know there are millions upon millions of trainers out there in the world, but there are very few that can truly call themselves a guru. Because what really makes the difference between somebody who's an average trainer and someone who really knows what they're talking about, who's sought after, whose peers refer to them, who get questions from clients who aren't even theirs and get referrals from professionals they don't even know. The difference with these types of people, the people that can really have mastered the profession in fitness and in rehab and recovery and getting people over the obstacles they need to get over, is systems. They have the right systems in place and they have the right amount of knowledge to go with those systems so that when people come into their service, they know what to do. It's not just like an average trainer. Yeah, that class was fun and this training session was amazing. It's about getting people past the obstacles and truly understanding what their needs are and not wasting time doing other things. When you think about the gurus that you know in your life, think about the way they operate. They're not afraid to take on challenges, and they're not afraid to put themselves out there with the knowledge that they have, and they seem to find these very simple solutions for people's problems that are, seem to be missed by everybody else. I know because in my practice, it's that way too. I get lots of people that come in and it's just the simplest thing that has changed their trajectory and gotten them to their goal. And what did I learn from the mentors that I worked with over years and years? Be prepared. Be prepared with all the tools in hand. When somebody comes into your service, you have to be able to figure out quickly what it is, what is the primary thing that's going to give them the best results, and apply that right away so that you can start getting them into the trajectory that they need to be in. Today I'm going to talk to you about the next evolution in functional training. Functional training has turned into this thing where any integrated exercise, multi-joint exercises are, considered functional training. And when you look at what people are doing for the most part, when I see what they're doing, a lot of it is pointless, meaningless. It's not getting them to the direction they want to go to. The next evolution in functional training is what I call skill-based strength training. Skill-based strength training is a systematic approach to having a look at people's biomechanics, but the most important biomechanics for their situation, and figuring out where to start them and how to build them through to the goals that they want to achieve. So how effective is skill-based strength training? I'll give you some idea of some of the clients that I've worked with more recently that have really turned corners and had hit roadblocks, and using the system, how it's really cleared the path for them to get to the goals that they want to achieve. She came in after a weekend of torture, in pain, because they had done a training session, and then she had pain down her leg, and it was actually progressing into numbness. So I brought her in. We did a quick biomechanical eval. We looked around at the things that were going on with her body. We discovered that, yes, in the training that she was doing, she had a protruding disc that had come about, from postural changes and from the high intensity stuff that really just wasn't being monitored. Fast forward 3 months, she was back into group training. She was doing it, working out intensely, and she had no symptoms down her leg anymore, and her disc was manageable, under control.
Growing up, I played rugby all through junior high, high school, football, and also was a big skier in the wintertime. And that obviously led into doing all that stuff in university as well. I actually met Greg through rugby. So actually playing rugby with him and then being coached by him when he became the strength and conditioning coach of our club, I got exposed to the methodology and how he felt that athletes should be built, and something clicked for me. I really enjoyed the way he trained us as a team, and so I wanted to work in that environment when I started getting personal training. I've done a lot of different ways of training. I've signed up to the different systems. I've done the CrossFits. I've done the P90Xs. I've done the Insanities. I've kind of been through a lot of those different processes, and lots of different things happen along the way. I think now when I see the programs and how they want to jump 10 steps ahead, whereas the Skill Body program wants to make sure they get all the fundamentals right first so that you're built properly to be able to actually do those bigger movements. I've never seen anybody who sets up their programs the way that Greg does, and I couldn't imagine wanting to do it any other way.
I had another guy come to me who had suffered a back injury and had gone through a rehab process for a year, working with ARTs and chiros and massage therapists and some physio, and really had come a long-ish way, but wasn't where he needed to be. He competed at a very high level in CrossFit and couldn't get himself over a few of the obstacles to get back to lifting safely without putting his back at risk again. We went through, again, just a quick biomechanical eval to see maybe if there were a couple of things that got missed in the beginning. And lo and behold, there were a couple of things that got missed right at the beginning. I gave him a couple of exercises to correct some of his preliminary stuff, what I call fundamentals in the system, what we call fundamentals. And he came to me the other day with another personal best without any pain. And that's just a couple of just really quick examples of if you have a system in place that can find where these people are along the echelon of training, whether they're, in the dead zone and they're dealing with injuries, or they're close to their goal, but they're hitting obstacles and they're plateauing, finding where they are, finding exactly what the obstacle is and being able to correct it. That's what skill-based strength training does for you. We're all in this because we want people to succeed. We want to work with people that are highly motivated. We want to be able to change people's lives and inspire people and really allow them to live active lifestyles and do all the fun things that are available to us and really, be happy and get out of where they are right now. If they're coming to you, they have some sort of obstacle they need to overcome. You need to be able to find that obstacle, and you need to be able to get them on the road to success quickly. So here's the deal. I am literally going to hand over all of the templates that I use, all of the systems that I have in place, everything that I use on an everyday basis to allow you to be more efficient and more effective. I'm going to show you how to quickly analyze biomechanics and figure out exactly where people are on that scale from injured to high performance, and making sure that people aren't stuck in the dead zone. I'm going to show you the step-by-step model that I use to get people through right from fundamentals to building blocks for the particular skills that we want them to learn, like squatting, lifting, pushing, pulling, and then progressing them to the more advanced skills in a way that is sustainable for them and keeps them safe, keeps their joints clean, and allows them to train and be active and have fun and be strong and get to a point where they can live an active lifestyle and it's not interrupted constantly. I'm going to show you the systems that I use to help integrate, these nutritional things that are easily turned into something that's sustainable for somebody's life and allow you to build a practice that really actually changes people's lives, allows them to do everything they want to do. You want to know how to get people over obstacles, achieve their goals, and rave about you because they're blown away from the difference. If they've ever worked with anyone else in the past, they'll notice a huge difference between how those other people work and how you work. And even if they've never worked with anybody, they're going to be blown away by the amount of knowledge that you carry and the systems that you use that are so easy and so integratable into their lives. Essentially, I want you to be more efficient and I want you to make more money. This has to be a viable living for you. We are in this field because we love to help people. Helping people and changing people's lives is incredibly valuable, and it should be something that you are rewarded for. You should never have to worry about the time of year and all of the obstacles that we do face as trainers and coaches. When you have a practice like I have, it gets much easier to get referrals. It gets much easier to build a consistent business, have the time off that you want, stop working all nights and weekends and whatever it is that you're trying to piece together because of other people's schedules, because you are sought after. People are looking to work with you. They're willing to take time off to work with you, and you can build yourself a lifestyle that not only matches a great atmosphere working in a gym or a private training studio or anywhere else, but also matches the lifestyle that you want to have at home. So here's what you get. It's a 12-week online course, and everything that I do in the course is not videos. It's not videos that I'm going to hand over to you that have been recorded 2 years ago. Every time that whether I'm doing a presentation on squatting or biomechanical analysis, it's all going to be live. It's going to be live so that from wherever you are, if you have questions along the way, you can ask them. If you can't make it for some reason to the live session, it'll all be recorded and you can watch it again later. We'll also do a follow-up session, a calling session, coaching calling session. So if you have additional questions on integration or anything like that, I'll be there to answer your questions. I'm going to walk you through the entire skill-based strength training program, every exercise, how I teach it, why I teach it that way, what things should be watched out for, how to educate your clients properly to make sure that they know how to do the exercises, especially if they're doing them on their own. And on top of all of that, you're going to have access to the online system that I've created, that I built it for myself because all of the other systems that were out there I found were just subpar. There wasn't the right information. The videos that I put in the online system for my clients, and which will be available for you and for your clients to use, the exercise videos talk about how to do the exercises properly, what to watch for, how to recognize poor movement patterns, what the potential problem is, and how to correct it. And if you can't correct it, when they come back to you, if they're watching the video on their own, they can't seem to correct something, then they're going to be given information to possibly bring to you and say, hey, listen, I can't achieve this, or I can't do this type of movement. Now you step in with the skills that you have to help correct the things that are going on and get them back on track, making sure they're progressing properly all the time. You'll also get my entire proportional eating system and everything that comes with it to provide to your clients. It's very simple, sustainable, easy to integrate, and works. Just simply works. For this course, instead of charging like $2,500, I'm going to charge $427. Like, I don't even know if there are any courses out there at that price anymore, and my accountant was telling me to charge at least $800 to $1,500 for the course. Listen, for those people, if you ever talk to people that know me for a long period of time, the most important thing to me is to help people, help them change their lives, inspire them, and I can't do that alone. I want to build a group of people who really know what they're talking about, and, so that we can discuss things and really change people's lives. The other thing, talking about being able to discuss things, we're going to create groups, smaller groups that are mastermind groups where we can talk about client issues and how to get them over obstacles. Listen, none of us has all the answers for everything, although I've seen thousands upon thousands of people over the years. Multiple minds will help resolve these problems and get people over the obstacles. You know, maybe you just didn't see it that day and you just need a little reminder, hey, have you tried this? Have a group of people that you can rely on that's and meet on a regular basis. Just get on conference calls and we'll have a Facebook group for it and really be able to help more people. This is my entire goal here, is to help more people live active lifestyles that are sustainable. So what's the catch at that price? At $427 for this course, when I was writing it down, thought, okay, people are going to ask, what's the catch? Yes, there's a catch. There's only one catch. The catch is, I really want feedback. I want to make this course better and better over time. I want to be able to get real-time feedback from you guys. So when, we get through a section of the course, I'll be sending emails out saying, listen, what'd you think? What'd you understand? What did you get out of it? What do you think? Is there more information that you want to have? Is there something that's going to be able to make you better as a trainer and make this course better for the future, and help me to help you as we progress through the course. Besides that, there's no other catch. This straightforward. We're going to be working together for the 12-week period and really make sure that you have all the tools that you need over time to run an amazing practice and get people living the active lifestyles they deserve. This course is going to start in 2 weeks. I don't believe in hanging around and, trying to rope people into anything. If you truly believe that you want to become a master trainer, become a guru in your field, truly understand biomechanics, how to get people back onto the right track and living active lifestyles without getting injured like tons of programs are doing right now, you need this course. This course will change how you practice and will make many, many things much easier. So it's one of those, you're in or you're out, let's get started. So 2 weeks from the first day that I put this video out, we're getting going, and so don't waste too much time. For everybody that signs up for this course, I'm going to give you a chance to meet with me on a conference call one-on-one, so that we can talk about what your practice is like and really help you to orient it properly and make sure that you're moving in the right direction without the distraction of having a whole bunch of other people on the call. So you'll have a one-on-one call with me that we'll schedule for some time during the 12 weeks. Doesn't need to be initially, but over the 12 weeks, we'll sit down one-on-one and chat. Do yourself a favor. Seize this opportunity. This is an opportunity that I never had when I started, that I would have paid thousands for, to know, to really set myself up properly. I spent years, probably like you, whether you're at the beginning of your career or you've been in it for years. If you've been in it for years, you know that there are a lot of struggles along the way. I would have bent over backwards to learn some of the things that I've learned over the years, to learn it in a shorter period of time and set myself up correctly. Don't miss this opportunity. The course is going to fill up fast. The registration is open for a week, but as soon as it fills up, I have to close it. So seize this opportunity now, and it will bring you to the leading edge of coaches and trainers and make a huge difference to your career. You need to get started. So I'm going to leave you with that. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you on this course. And in the next 2 weeks, we'll get started and we'll start really working on building an awesome career for you and for your clients.